And then we are working with kings in the palaces in those days. It's based on Unani medical system. It is a very ancient medical system from Greek, and then it's having three type of medicines. One is about like herbs, another one is like oils, and third is with some nuts and some type of millets will be grind and used as a medicine. This is Unani medicine. And this medicine particularly used in all aspects of health elements like psychological, like mind issues, physical issues, as well as this, like viral infection and all this type of like leprosy, VDRL disease. This can be cured in this Unani medical system. I'm very happy to be in a Unani doctor. Our family background in Unani system is 130 and more than years. In India, it's very old traditional medical system. Like from the period of Mughal rulers, this medical system was in India. So in this Unani medical system, all the ailments can cure with the natural medicines.
Yeah, you'd once told me that they believe it came out of Egypt even before Greece. Is that right? But I remember once you told me the medicine system came out of Egypt even. Some people believe Moses brought.
It's very strange. Very old medical system is Hippocrates. Hippocrates is father of this Unani medical system.
All right.
And then all the medicines are very organic, day-to-day eatables are the medicines here, like honey, walnut, this type of things are all the eatables are medicines here.
Mm-hmm.
So there is no side effects.
So what was your passion? What made you follow your family tradition and be involved in medicine? What about the medicine did you personally connect with?
It's very interesting question. I was just like normal until I was in the school studies. After that, my mom started to get very, all the cardiac health issues started in her life, and then it begins like 10 years before. And then after I started to read the medical system and started to do my studies, and then I started to give treatment to my mom. I saw the very massive and very best progress in the health. After that, I decided to be a Unani practitioner, and I started to practice, learn, and then started to practice Unani medicine.
So you have other relatives that are practicing Unani as well in India, yeah? I think you mentioned.
Yeah, we have a regulation. Yeah, regulations. Yes.
And do you also is chemistry a part of Unani? I remember there's do you like in Ayurveda?
Yes. Yeah, at present, after this regulations, they are trying to fix with the chemical explanation to the medical system, but you cannot explain chemically basis with eatables like rice, wheat, and all. You cannot explain with chemical base. It's like it's not chemical. It's not the
Mm-hmm.
job of chemist, that is job of chemical also. It's just
Mm-hmm.
organic items.
Mm-hmm.
So it's none of their chemical links.
Okay, excellent. You feel comfortable doing kind of a 10-part series of classes for people to get to know about Unani medicine and what you do?
Yes, I'm very much interested in to spread this art for a new generation, but due to some regulations of the countries and regulations of the medical field, I'm giving private classes to the people and public, which is their people are interested, they are practicing other medical system, and they are ready to know about some technique of medicines and some technique of treatments. So I'm giving them. For
Mm-hmm.
example, leprosy and disease tuberculosis is a very common in India. We started to medicine in Unani. This in the early stage of leprosy, we can prevent all the fingers not to be off. Before that, we can give a treatment and we can save the people. So I'm giving treatment over on these ailments like viral infection of tuberculosis, and these are the very very strong health ailments at present challenging in India,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can cure so many long disease and disorders.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So, is the literature for Unani medicine easily available? If someone wanted to study like the texts, are there lots of texts, or is it difficult to find?
Yeah, it's available at present in all in English language particularly. But the base of Unani medical studies, most of the thing common in Urdu language words and Urdu language vocabulary. Urdu is the main subject to study Unani because all the names of the medicines are quoted by Urdu names.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Because
Eh,
it's the language. There are three major things are there to survive in one land. You have to be very aware with your culture, your language, and your own cultivation and your own medicine.
mm,
These
mm,
all four things based with culture. So if you lose one among it, it is very difficult to survive in that land.
mm,
If you are very much aware and then you are much progressing and you are working on it in this thing, three things like agriculture, your own knowledge of your civilization and medicine, as well as culture, then you will be fine. You can grow with it.
mm,
This medicine is not separate. Medicine is on on with the culture.
mm, mhm. Okay. Uh,
In olden days, the medical system was taught by the doctors. Students have to go and stay in the doctor's place, like a gurukul, and professor, which means the chief medicine doctor used to give a daily meditation, martial arts, as well as anatomy classes, and then the classes of herbal collection and how to prevent and how to make preservation and how to prepare medicine. All these things combinedly they will be teach in the place of professor's residence. It's
uh,
very olden day. It was the style of teaching medicine in India, so that person can upgrade himself in the medicine level in all way. Like for example, like one person is having a psychological base with the medical system. For example, if you don't have psychological base in a medical system, you cannot survive in the long run with a different different new problems will arrive. For example, HIV was not there before 1980s, and then HIV started in 1980s, and now some of the disease disorder came after so long years. And if we are very much get trained with psychologically and medicine knowledge together, then these people cannot get fear with the new disease, and the doctors won't give up very quick, because the psychology of the person will be very strong.
Mm-hmm. I'm not quite sure I understand. You're saying that's the psychology, knowing psychiatry.
Psychology of the doctor. For example, psychology of the doctor. For example, if a doctor start to give treatment for some disease and ailments, immediately few hours after, doctor started to feel it's all the things are coming to my health also. Started to come into my health. For example, doctor is giving treatment for so and so disease and disorder. Immediately, doctor is also dead in the list of the victimized people. So when the psychology is strong of the doctor, it won't be happen.
Interesting.
Yeah, because doctors should be very strong. For example, 5 minutes if I talk about my health and complaining about all these difficulties to you, your mind is absorbing very well, and all the negative elements, it will go and it started to work on your brain level, mind level. Then it started to block your immune system. Physically you are not active and you cannot work on it. So doctors need more psychological strength than the normal people. When the students stay in the place of medical guru and then doctor of trainer, he will give the psychological strength also, because he is teaching martial arts and he is teaching how to collect the remedy and how to preserve it and how to make it, what are the season, what are the disease will come all the season, all these things he will give the lessons practically. For example, he will stay in rainy season, and then in the rainy season few herbs will come, and then in few disease and disorders will come only in the rainy season. So when people in the training period, he will see all the disease and disorder on particular seasons. Like for example, people are coming in summer, people will get how to handle the summer disease, and the people who come in the winter and people come in the rainy season. According to the season, the doctor will have the psychological strength to handle it.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is the interesting part. Interesting part in the this medical training with the Gurukul system.
And so is that how you trained, or is that's ancient kind of
yes,
old
yes,
style?
we trained in this way. Yes.
Okay. Excellent.
Because my mother branches of my parents are doctor sides. For example, my father and my great grandfather was the doctors since 4 generations. My mom's side also doctors, like my mom's uncle. So I started to work with them, and then they give training and treatment techniques and treatment how to prepare medicines, everything. So it's happening.
And am I right to now I've written about this too. I want to make sure I didn't make a mistake, but because Hippocrates was known as practicing Unani, am I right?
Yes, Hippocrates. Hippocrates is the father of the Unani medical system.
Okay. So Western medicine draws upon a lot from Hippocrates up to a certain point, and it seems to me then that the indigenous medical system that Western medicine was based upon was originally Unani medicine. Then is that correct? Like Western medicine kind of came out of Unani.
Because it is a part of organic day-to-day food particles and food substances and medicines are made. So that this is very much associated, and we can join together with this indigenous medical system, and then you can start teaching this Unani system with this indigenous system.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good and great idea, because at present people are much weaker in their own knowledge, and then people are very weak with their psychological upgrowths.
Mm-hmm. What would you say? Why would you say Western medicine actually separated from a lot of the indigenous stuff? My thoughts was that it was because of reductionism, coming like focusing on pathogens and viruses and bacteria, and then they lost ideas of diet and preventative stuff. But is there something else you think happened that really kind of pushed Western medicine into a different direction, leaving a lot of the indigenous knowledge of Unani behind?
Yes. For example, this is very interesting question, and it is very long answer need to be explained, but I will short and explain to you. At this present conditions of this virus, and then other challenges of this day-to-day life, so we in this I'm feeling this voice is not very clear on this phone.
Yeah, I'm hoping the recording is actually getting it quite clear. I think the recording is
Okay.
better than the line. Let's hope.
Okay, good. Then it will be fine. So, yeah. For example, this virus and bacteria are still living when there is no microscope. And then again, these viruses are living since human grow, started to have the civilization and started to have some, migrations. Few bacteria, few viruses started to live with him, and few disease and disorders started to bring on it for in a few days, and then it will get started to heal. In this occasion, our body has a very nice intelligence on RNA, DNA, and this genetic code information. All the information was already stored about all the bacteria which is going to come in the future also. Because it's all about nature and psychology. No voice have any power to damage the body, any power to create death of a human being. If a person is very strong psychologically, due to his positive attitude, due to his, he is not giving up on his disease fight, and then he is keep working hard, and then he can overcome one day.
Okay.
So you have to have this medicine knowledge completely to get the future benefits. Like for example, what's don't know, like 50 years after, what will be things happen, so that this education system should be completely to completely very good modified, same like an old technique. Then it will be very powerful. The education system will be very powerful. He can cure all the disease and disorder. For example, I have an experience, and you came with by seeing that patient who is affected with tuberculosis on vertebra, like L4, L5 was completely affected by tuberculosis, and then he was not able to walk because his both the limbs lower was got paralyzed, and he cannot move. After started to give a treatment on a Unani medical system, few days after, his health started to get better, and the nervous system started to get activated, and then bloodstream started to flow normally, and the bone and then marrow of the bone started to get re-healthy because he was not able to walk for 4 years. So after giving the treatment, it worked on all the aspects and he started to move. And now he started to move on his normal lifestyle. Viral infection are curable. Anytime. New or old, no problem. Can cure. Because viral infection is not only virus. First of all, you have to understand. Virus will go and affect the particular internal organ. Every internal organ has its own psychological ideas. When the human being and then human body particularly getting affected with one internal organ, this type of psychological level will go decrease, and it will create a mess in the body, and the human cannot survive. For example, I will explain you this tuberculosis and the new virus of this quarantine corona-19. This virus will affect only major is respiratory system. When the respiratory system is off, this person will lose the hope on his own life. And then he started to blame others, and then he have to have a suspicious lifestyle. What's gonna have, what will happen, so many panicking situations will come. This is the psychological very big bag, very big gap which is not able to refill. If the person is very strong, the doctor is very strong, first he will give hope on that level. After that, it will shift to the physical level so that the person can be healed with the soul level as well as physical level. That's the beauty of this medical system, to be studied properly in a Gurukul system, and it should be a very if the doctor got trained very well, he won't have a fear on any viruses. He can give treatment to any type of disease and disorder. Very complicated thing is, for example, if we are going to give treatment, we have to carry medicine also with us, because this medicine should be prepared in a special type of laboratory kitchen, based on kitchen, nothing very cozy laboratories here, kitchen. And then when we made the medicine should not be there like 2-3 days. Medicine will get some changes will take place. After that, people can consume this medicine, and then we can't make the medicine on the spot of the person. It's different things, like lab will be different, medicine cultivation, harvesting will be different. All the things are different stages here.
Sorry, I was on mute for the connection. I was saying that I didn't quite understand what your point was with the medicine.
I can't hear you. Your mic is on.
How's that? Is that better?
Switch off mic.
How's that? Can you hear me now? I unplugged my phone. Sometimes that helps. Now it looks like you're on mute. Are you there? Hello? Let's try again. Are you there?